Lesson 52 for you, Ariadne. Watch it and enjoy it. And Χρόνια πολλά, and I hope you had an amazing Easter. Yeah, okay, let us proceed. Now we'll be writing down a few words from the two videos we watched, for which I have provided you with the links, and then we'll proceed with some more vocabulary and the rest of the stuff we have. So, from the one about bats, uh, there was the word ravage. Very close. That's pillage, actually. This is raid. Yeah, but the result of a raid is ravage. Like, for example, the raiders ravaged the city, kind of to pillage and destroy and loot and all that. So it's quite close, but also we use ravage to talk about the negative, the adverse effects of something. Like, for example, you could see the ravages of time on her face. I don't know if you understand the metaphor. Okay, so ravage as a verb. To damage something badly, devastate a country ravaged by civil war, a recession that has ravaged the textile industry. Okay, to cause serious damage. Okay, and the same word as a noun, the signs of something, usually bad. Okay, like you could see the ravages of time on her face, the destruction caused by something. The ravages of war, her looks have not survived the ravages of time, the ravages of inflation or poverty. Okay, so it's usually plural. So it's ravages. Okay, and the other word was encroach on. Anybody ever seen that? Encroach, to enter into a place that you're not allowed to, like to violate, to trespass. Um, okay, to slowly begin to cover more and more of an area, to begin to affect or use up too much of somebody's time, right? Said, I won't encroach on your time any longer. Like I will not make unauthorized use. He never allows work to encroach upon his family life, to enter without being allowed. So encroach on or upon something. Um, a very, very close synonym is this. Ever say this in French? Again, paradiazo. I'll never allow my work to infringe on my free time. Like, to break a law or a rule, but also to limit someone's legal rights. Okay, the lyrics can be committed without infringing copyright, for example, παραβιάσουμε τους, copyrights. To infringe EU legislation, again, παραβιάζω νομοθεσία, but also to limit, like to infringe civil liberties. So that's infringe. 1, 2. So 1 is this, and 2 is okay. And then from the other text, the one about risk taking and so on, I saw the word scavenge. Yes, but search among rubbish. Okay, this is why are some animals that feed on corpses. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like ENS. So these are called scavengers. Okay, because they eat dead bodies. Okay, so to scavenge means to look for something, to search, but usually among either things that are thrown away or things that nobody else will want to use. So to search through waste for things that can be used or eaten, but also to eat dead animals that have been given, like crows, κοράκια, scavenge carrion. Carrion είναι τα πτώματα γενικά, the corpses of dead animals. And some fish scavenge on dead fish in the wild. So 2 minutes again for scavenge. Okay. Tell me about this, please. Derelict. A derelict building, a derelict neighborhood, like abandoned and in bad condition, like Edimoro. So, not used or cared for in bad condition. Derelict land, building sites, etc. Around having them derelict for years. The land lay derelict for years, and partially derelict mill. And there's also dereliction, which um, okay. Dereliction is a very, very serious violation όταν παραμελούμε να κάνουμε το καθήκον μας. Okay, so he was accused of dereliction of duty for abandoning his post, of not doing, for not delivering the work he was supposed to. Uh, okay, dereliction of duty, the fact of deliberately not doing what you ought to do, especially when it is part of your job. Police officers were found guilty of serious dereliction of duty. Okay, but here's one which you're supposed to know. Okay, let's say that some kids beat up an old lady and rob her. Okay, who will go to court and why? Their parents for criminal. What is the word? Εγκατάλειψη, αμέλεια του παιδιού. Yes, but no, this is not the word I'm looking for.
Child endangerment. Child endangerment.
Come again?
Child endangerment.
No, excellent, but no. Then I was very close.
Not neglect.
Yes, neglect, negligence. The parents were prosecuted for criminal negligence. Εγκατάλειψη με την έννοια της αμέλειας, όχι abandoned, like he abandoned his child in the wild. This is metaphorically speaking. So negligence, which does indeed come from neglect. So the parents were accused of, or charged with, or prosecuted for criminal negligence. Endangerment means έκθεση κίνδυνο, and they can also be accused of that, but not when they attack an old lady. So, negligence. The failure to give someone enough care attention. The accident was caused by negligence on the part of the driver. The doctor was sued for medical negligence. And negligence comes from neglect. Okay, and unfortunately, I'll have to go back to derelict because there are a ton of words associated to something which is in a bad state because it has not been cared enough or whatever. Can you remind me of a couple? Uh, this? A ramshackle building, ramshackle or tumble down. Okay, they're very close. And here it is. Okay, in a very bad condition, needing repair, a ramshackle house. Um, ramshackle synonym tumble down. We don't need to write another word for tumble down. Now, okay, if I sit on a chair and the chair falls apart, it means two things. Either that I'm very fat, or that the chair is πρόχειρα φτιαγμένη. Okay. Rickety, synonym flimsy. Not strong or well made, likely to break. Rickety. Rickety, blah blah blah. That's rickety. And flimsy. There's another one that I just remembered. So, rickety or flimsy. Now, flimsy will give us rickety as a synonym. It does. Badly made and not strong enough for the purpose for which it's used. A flimsy table. And one more word I came up with related to those buildings or facilities in a bad state because they've been abandoned or not repaired for years. I'm writing the word syllable by syllable. No, never. In a bad condition because it has been abandoned, because it has not been properly taken care of. So that's dilapidated. Synonym ramshackle, the good old ramshackle we saw before. Okay, your house was in a somewhat dilapidated condition. Okay, and oh my God, we're still in the second. Okay, please tell me about this one profoundly.
No, like normally,
No. Profoundly means deeply, like very, like. Okay, I can't think of an example right now, but it means very or deeply. A profoundly disturbing program, a very disturbing program. We are profoundly affected, we are very affected, or deeply affected. She was profoundly shaken by the news. She was very, or she was deeply shaken by the news. So, in a way that has a very great effect. I don't know why they do not mention those, but I will very deeply. Never heard the expression the global warming has had a profound effect on all of us, etc., etc. Okay, I'm sure we've seen this one. Thank you. To either hone a knife or to hone, like to improve my skills. Like, for example, reading is a way to hone your debating skills, to improve, to make better. So it's either sharpen, like hone a knife, or improve, like he needs to hone
We
his.
can use it with a problem,
Yes.
like home the mind. Like
I'm not quite sure whether you can hone your mind. You can hone a specific skill.
okay.
I'm not quite sure, like ακονίζω το μυαλό μου, you mean.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure about I'll look it up, but I don't think so. I mean, you don't directly hone your mind. You may hone particular skills, but not your mind. I've never seen it like that. Okay, improve your mind, yes. Develop your mind, enhance probably, but not hone. I've never seen hone with mind. But this does not necessarily mean that it isn't. So, honed her debating skills, and finally honed his writing. His body was honed to perfection. So, if a body can be honed, I can't see why a mind cannot be honed. So, very possibly yes. So, I believe that not only, I mean, since this example is correct, which it has to be, then I'm sure you could. And not only that, it would win you points with the examiner, either in writing or speaking, because it's a very nice expression. So I would say yes, yeah, yeah. He solves crossword puzzles, Stavrolexa, to hone his mind. Yeah, I believe you can. So. Okay, that was home. There was the word refine, which is very close to home again. Improve, make something even more perfect.
Okay.
Very close, yeah. From this we get a refinery, which means the Listerio oil refinery is the facility that refines oil, that takes the what is oil called? What is oil called when you take it from the ground before you process it?
Oh,
Yes, thank you. The word in Greek for that is crude oil. So crude oil means unprocessed oil. So in a refinery, in a distillery, you process crude oil and you take all the other products like gasoline, like God knows what. Okay, so refine to make a substance pure by taking out substance out of it. The process of refining oil produces several useful chemicals, but also to improve something by making small changes to it. She has refined her playing technique over the years, uh, improving. Okay, this theory still needs a little refinement. So, 2 minutes for refine.
coming to Bali.
Absolutely. Do you know how to switch on the Kazanaki?
No,
Ah,
sorry.
okay. And crude oil theoretically should mean aργό πετρέλαιο. But are you sure, Giorgio, that aργό πετρέλαιο is what we get from the ground? Like, okay.
My dad works at a refinery, oil refinery.
Sorry?
My dad works at a refinery, at the oil refinery.
Ας probably
Άγιος Οδόρος.
Yeah. What you told me that, or your Lefteris told me there was a fire last year. Okay, and it was like very close.
It was inside.
Yeah, no, very close. I mean, metaphorically speaking, like
Yeah, yeah,
ότι τη γλίτωσε, like,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, so novelty. Something new and exciting as an experience. Like, for example, I don't know, doing crossword puzzles was at first a novelty for the kids because they had never tried it before. But soon αυτό θέλω να το εξηγήσετε λίγο. But soon the novelty wore off. Soon the novelty wore off.
left the
Yeah, lost its interest. Exactly.
Έχει και το novelty, το novelty, όχι.
Well, from novel, you mean novel as a book?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't imagine how. Because novel, besides the book, it also means, as an adjective, it means new. Like, for example, this seems to be a novel approach, from which we get novelty, meaning there's something new. So I don't think that the two are somehow related. So, novelty, the quality of being new, different, and interesting. It was fun working there at first, but the novelty soon wore off, became boring. There's a certain novelty value in this approach, blah, 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 blah. We must not mistake novelty for originality and quality. Okay, so that's novelty. Now, this is a term in
Cognitive decline, intelligence.
anything to do with knowledge or thinking. Excellent, very, very good. Gnostic.
No.
Yeah, excellent. I have a student who is preparing. She's an adult. She's preparing for her IELTS. I'm taking her. Have I talked to you about this IELTS? Okay. IELTS is okay. It's this guy here. Okay, but this is a book prepared for IELTS. If you ever decide to do πώς λέγεται μεταπτυχιακό abroad, μεταπτυχιακό, postgraduate, come on guys, a postgraduate. If you ever plan to attend a postgraduate course, postgraduate, I hope that we know that post, when you say it in this context, it means after. So if you're ever planning to do a postgraduate course abroad, you might show a proficiency, but chances are the university, let's say you go to the university in Amsterdam or in Oxford or in Leeds or whatever, they might say, sorry guy, I have no idea what proficiency means or whatever. So in this case, you need to sit for either an internal exam that each university has. So each university might say that, in order for me to pronounce you fit to attend my courses, I need you to take an internal exam. And this will show that you're able to attend my courses, the university might say. Or the university might ask you to provide an IELTS, or I'm sure you must have heard of TOEFL. Have you? TOEFL? Okay. TOEFL is another academic degree. So the proficiency we're preparing for is a very, very valid linguistic degree. It proves you can speak the language perfectly. However, this and that are qualifications for academic attendance. Okay, so the university might require one of those, which will show that you have the academic skills in order to attend a postgraduate course. Strangely enough, an IELTS or a TOEFL is, linguistically speaking, in terms of knowledge, that is, of grammar and vocabulary, is not as high as the proficiency you're attending now. Okay, but it focuses on certain skills, like, for example, one task here is, and you might not believe me, but it is much easier than it looks. The writing task here is the one of the two writing tasks of IELTS is this. They give you a chart or a graph, and they ask you to here it is. Okay, they give you a chart. This is not a very good example, let me find one which is more understandable. Here it is, yeah, okay. The graph below shows the percentage numbers of radio and TV audience in the UK in 2012 by time of day. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. So here we have the percentage from 0 to 50% of TV viewers and radio audiences, and then we have the times of the day. So what you write is something like from the chart, it can be concluded that radio audiences start low at the beginning of the day and then they increase, blah, 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 blah. Now, the task has to be developed in 150 words. Do you realize how much or how few are 150 words? It is hardly more than a paragraph. So it has to be something very, very short. And with the standard expressions that you're supposed to use, half of it is already written for you. Okay, and the other task is an essay which you have to develop in only 250 words, which is slightly more than what you have to write in the lower exam. Okay, not as much as you're supposed to write in the proficiency. So what I'm saying is that in terms of language, this is easier than what you're preparing for right now, but it's supposed to to enable you to attend a university course. So yeah, I am coaching a psychologist, one who has a major in psychology, and she wants to do some postgraduate course in cognitive psychology, which is something like developmental psychology. Okay, so I'm preparing her to take this exam in order to go to the University of Hague, I think in the Netherlands, and it's really exciting work. But cognitive, we need to explain that here, related to knowledge. Okay, connected with mental process and understanding. So cognitive development, γνωστική ανάπτυξη, meaning so cognitive development is like, for example, when will a child be able to speak, when will a child be able to walk, or lift an object, or carry an object, or whatever. All these are stages of development in psychology, in the science of psychology. But yes, cognitive is related to learning, understanding, perceiving, knowing, all that. Okay, and that was all. Okay, so unless you have any questions, we could proceed to doing a couple of exercises from those that we have today. Shall we? Let us.
Listen,
Yeah,
can you explain to me the points for the proficiency break?
yes.
Thank you.
It's actually very easy. I just needed to make sure that I knew what I was talking about, so I had to cross-examine with a variety of sources. Yes, absolutely, I will. Okay. It's actually a matter of maths.
Okay.
Yeah. Simple maths at that. Now, I got a couple of questions here to answer your rush. Yeah, rush, yeah. Impressive. Okay, so, okay, could you please go to page 62, 63 of the workbook and make sure that we have kept them?
What pages?
62 and 63, which I have no idea longer where they are. But yeah, 62, 63, please go there, workbook. And please tell me they have been checked
No.
or no. Okay, so let us check them and remove each one of those items from our plate. Okay, pages 62, 63. Okay. Many people talk of how they want to help society and how anyone actually do it. Well, one man decided to put his, it's an expression here, to put his money where his mouth is, like to take a risk. It's an expression. Put my money where my mouth is. Okay. Um, so, your money where your mouth is to support what you say by doing something practical, to show by your actions that you really mean something. So that's so put your money where your mouth is. Okay, there's also another expression here. Ever heard the expression right on the money?
Mhm.
It means he's like spot on. Uh, right on the money, not just on the money, correct or accurate. His prediction was right on the money, spot on, correct, accurate. Okay, and start a social enterprise.
Right.
Which of that, both, excellent, both correct, which of that aims to give young people a way out of crime? Excellent, bravo. It may sound like this is very, very difficult. Look, annoying.
No.
That's a long shot. Excellent, excellent, but it's a long shot. It's a tall order. So a tall order is pretty much like a long shot, something risky with uh, uncertain results. Very difficult to do. Uh, and a long shot is very, very close to a tall order. So, yet another. Long shot. And a tether guess is unlikely to be successful, it's worth trying. It's a long shot, but it just might work. So, they are close. After working as volunteer youth worker, he created a company which hires non-employed people, and those at
Yes.
risk of committing crimes repair smartphones. Josh hopes that being trained in a skill will steer these people. Excellent, a better future. Very, very good. Will steer these people towards a better future. Will steer these people. Steer means a guide, like the steering wheel. You know steering wheel. So we steer these people towards a better future, but also will steer these people of trouble θα τους οδηγήσει μακριά από βελάδες. These
Okay.
people, excellent but no. Steer them clear of trouble. Just like we say, keep clear of the grass, keep clear of, keep away from. It means away, but the expression is steer them clear of trouble. Here it is. Steer clear of something. Avoid the person thing because they steer clear of the sound of town. Steer clear of. Keep away from. Okay. Okay. So stay, steer clear of something or somebody. To avoid the person thing because they may cause problems. Okay. Since we learn of the answer of the work of the company, 2/3 have made good use of the time, thank you very much, and around study or found jobs. Around 80% of troubled teens have kept their noses clean, keep my head down, keep my nose clean, and give themselves a chance of their life. Excellent. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Everything good? Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's see what the time is. Okay. If you're thinking of signing up on here, there's no time like a present. At the end of the, it's a very nice person, I'm sure you know it. At the end of the day, thank you very much. Like all in all, like στο κάτω. So at the end of the day, it does not literally mean at the end of the day, like now is the end of the day. It means like eventually, finally. Harry always goes the extra, πάρα πολύ ωραία φράση, I don't know if you know it. Goes the extra mile to help those in need. Does what is necessary. Works as hard as possible. Okay. If you break the law, you should be prepared to pay the price. Excellent. If you break the law, you should be prepared to face
The consequences.
excellent, but a metaphorical expression. If you break the law, you will pay the price. If you break the law, you will face the meaning face the consequences. Face the music. Yeah. Although Gary was a bit wet behind he was a bit inexperienced, a bit wet behind the ears, he soon picked up how things worked around the office. It's important to take πάρα πολύ δύσκολο, unless you know it, unless you heard it, of your life every now and then, and reappraise, πάρα πολύ δύσκολο και αυτό, να επανεκτιμάς, reevaluate. So, reappraise means reevaluate. Do you know reevaluate? Επανεκτιμώ, επανεξετάζω. Okay. It's important to να αναλογίζεσαι τη ζωή σου, like to reflect on your life. Take stock is the expression. Take stock of something. Have you heard the expression reflect, to reflect on your past experiences? Like να αναλογίζεσαι, to think hard about something. So, take stock of something, to stop and think carefully about the way in which the association is developing or has developed in order to decide what to do next. It was time to stand back and take stock of his career. Να αναλογιστεί, βασικά. Take stock of. Right. Having traveled to your university can be a real feather in your when it comes to applying to university. Okay. Any idea, anyone? Your cap. um, an asset, a plus. Um, I don't know if we have an image of that. Uh, so, feather in your cap, like an achievement. So literally, a feather in my cap is that, but it means it's like a proof of an achievement, like this, like a degree. Okay, although a feather in my cap is literally this. Um, just mother read him there, ooh, when he got into trouble at school. A very, very difficult one. Um, okay, it means like she reprimanded him very, very seriously. Reprimand. What is the move?
Confirm.
Cold.
Confirm.
Scold. Scold. Tell off. Rebuke. Yeah, well, when you reprimand someone, you confront them, actually, but the emphasis is on that. Μαλώνω κάποιον. To criticize heavily. Okay. She read him the Riot Act. Το νομοσχέδιο για τις εξεγέρσεις. Okay, I mean, go figure. This is the expression, but this is what it literally means. So she read him, like she reprimanded him very, very heavily. The next one, I'm sure you know the next one. You can't judge by its cover, a book by its cover. Thank you. Να μην βγάζουμε βιαστικά συμπεράσματα. Okay. And hearing stories about endangered animals really brings a knot to your throat, a lump to your throat. Ένα κόμπο στο λαιμό. Okay, it makes you feel very, very bad. No? Alright, let's see what else is there. Alright, now this will take long and perhaps we could do it after the break. Okay, would you like to have a break now? Have a break. I'm going to switch off the mic and then explain that. Go. Yes, of course. 10, 12, 12, 12. Okay. Go on. Do you have any of those with you?
No. My
Inconvenient.
phone.
Inconvenient. Okay. I'll show you one here. Exams. XCP. The last one. Sample. Okay. So, at this point, we know that the exam consists of listening, GCVR, writing and speaking. GCVR gives us 1 mark. It is not taken separately. Άλλο βαθμό για το G, άλλο για το C, άλλο για το V, άλλο για το R. All of them exactly give us 7 points. Okay. So, listening, writing, G, C, V, R, and speaking. Okay, so the pass mark for all of them is 65%. This is the pass mark. Okay, now the listening has 50 questions. Okay, 50 questions. These questions, they have exactly the same value. So, to get the 100%, the 100% means that all 50 questions are correct. So each one of them takes 2 points each. Okay, so so this gives you the 100%. So if you answer all the questions correctly, you get 100%. Okay, the writing. Okay, this is subjectively assessed. Um, so the top mark is 20 points. So you multiply that by 5 and get 100. Okay, so if you get 20, this annihilated to 100. The GCVR is 70 questions, which means that each question gets 1.4 something. Let me tell you exactly how much. So that's 100 divided by 70 gives us, yeah, 1.143 per question, which gives us the 100%. And the speaking, again, if you meet all the criteria, which are grammar, vocabulary, interactive ability or communicative ability, which means give relevant answers and also try to expand on your partner's answers. Discourse management, which practically means how long your sentences are and how can your sentence be long when you use connected devices like although, even though, in spite of, despite, however, nevertheless, due to, because of, and stuff like that. So all those produce a longer sentence, connected, and also, do you remember what I told you? You did very well in writing. Exactly right. Now, try to do that in speaking also. Okay, and not only for you, but also for your partner, which also gives you points for communicative ability because you show that you are paying attention to what your partner says when you say, as Georgakis previously mentioned, as Georgakis very correctly previously mentioned, and stuff like that. Okay, so all this will give you the 100%, and all these are 400. Okay, and then you multiply that by 2.5, and you get the unattainable 1000. Okay, 1000 would be like, perfect marks. Okay, like no mistake at all. So to pass, you need 650 of those. So a pass mark is 650 points. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. I can't give you that now because I have things
Can I take a photo?
behind. Yeah, you could. You could, but I can really put together something here. And the important thing, also, something I don't know if we mentioned that before, you don't have to pass each one of them by 65%. You might pass this by 50% and this one by 80%, which will give you the average of
So I
65%.
have to score 650 points.
Yes,
To,
in total.
Yeah,
In total, exactly. Which means that you can have a really shitty performance in writing, but an outstanding performance speaking.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Can we get the die back? Because second. Hello, back.
I got you, but
Please,
not.
I have to leave at 15 minutes early.
Thank you.
15.
I have to.
Alright. So, yeah, okay, let's continue with that. And afraid that on Friday we'll deal with the backlog. Hope you remember what backlog means.
Yeah, but we have done
Thank you very much, exactly, yeah. Because, I mean, yeah, so I'm not giving you anything here to do because this will take at least one more lesson. So let us continue. Okay, let me read say what you're reading about in the regeneration. Please
Don't be afraid to speak your truth. Okay.
speak your mind.
Um,
So don't be afraid to speak your mind, or feel free to speak your mind about the generation project. Yeah. Do you remember this? It's high time. But what is for that?
we do. We pay.
Paid.
We pay.
We paid attention, we gave our attention. It's high time. Βασικά, να ξεκινήσουμε αυτό. It's time plus past simple. Okay. Okay, so like I'm 30 years old and I'm still at home and I'm still like sleeping late. So my dad says, "Come on, it's time you found a job, or it's high time you found a job, or it's about time you found." Okay, so it's time, it's high time, it's about time plus past simple, which is a real past actually because it refers to the future. Okay, so it's high time you found a job. All right. He rarely participates in the events. Only,
Basically, using class to participate.
sorry, is that me?
Not we.
That was the 7:30, the morning alarm I had set.
No.
Good. It remembered with 12 hours of delay. Sorry? Only?
In special occasions, class to participate.
Yes, or I believe that here it will say on rare occasions. Yeah. And by the way, with occasions we use on. So only, even with the specials, you should have said on special occasions. Does he participate in the events? Okay. I didn't know what to say when I saw the incredible results of the food drive. I was, Tokume,
Out of work.
no,
Out of one.
no, I was at
No.
And also
a
for-
loss for words. I was at a loss for words when I saw the incredible results. Once we handed in our proposal, the only thing we could do was wait. Once we handed in our proposal,
There was nothing left than for.
there was nothing but, I believe, wait. There was nothing we could do.
There was nothing we could do.
But wait. Hmm?
But
Yeah,
wait.
it is much better, more concise. There was nothing we could do but wait. After spotting there was nothing we could do other than wait. Christo, can you repeat yours, please?
There was nothing left for us than wait.
There was nothing left for us than wait. Sounds good. There was nothing left for us than wait. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, excellent. So, anytime you're ready?
Yep.
Okay. One of the results of the election until all the votes.
Have been gone.
Have been counted.
Yeah. Sorry, your name?
have been
Have. Until the votes have been counted. Yeah, why are being counted? Αυτό θα πήγαινε να έλεγε we won't know the results of the election while the votes are being counted. Και θα ήταν later during, but right now. Okay, the strike will happen.
abandoned.
The company agreed to workers' terms regarding proof? No. What was a strike? Απεργία. So the strike will take place unless the company agrees. Εγώ δεν λέω agrees. Και καλά το θεωρείς αμφιθετικό, like companies, many people, but I would say the company agrees. This youth mentoring program is considered to be. Πάρα πολύ ωραία. Be very careful here. Something is considered to be. Something is regarded as. Are we aware of that? Is considered to be. Και βασικά δεν χρειάζεται καν αυτό. It would also be correct to say is considered the best in the country. So he is considered an expert on computing. He is considered to be an expert on computer. He is regarded as an expert, or he is viewed. There's no point in excellent. There's no point in your volunteering scheme. Having been a victim of burglary in the past, I plan on. Πάρα πολύ ωραία. I plan to join. I plan on joining. I was planning on having dinner later. The exact reason why they stopped the recycling, excellent, is unknown, although it's believed, blah, 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 blah. I didn't see Jane in the final talk of the conference. She must have left. Very good. We weren't the least bit surprised. As soon as he finds a donor, και όχι he will, okay, as soon as black will, no way. On his way out of the courtroom, the lawyer stopped to answer, πάρα πολύ ωραία, do you understand the difference between this and this?
He stopped answering
Completely. Exactly.
and he just started to start answering.
Μπράβο, exactly. Σταμάτησε για να απαντήσει. Ενώ αυτό θα ήταν σταμάτησε να απαντά. He stopped completely answering. Very good, thank you. The activists seem as though they are, excellent, as though or as if they are. In writing his speech to the General Assembly, he had it done. Τα θυμάστε όλα αυτά. He had a professional writer write his speech. He got a professional writer to write his speech. You remember those? Yep. Excellent. Yo, Nicholas. How do you account for? Explain. Πάρα πολύ δύσκολο και δεν το ξέρετε. Those who support an advocate of something, advocate or θυμηθείτε λίγο και το proponents. We must have seen it on my CD, the one with the difficult questions that are were about. So, advocates or proponents or supporters. The conversation group is very close to accomplishing its goal of securing our love. Okay, one of the
Complaint.
has been a drop in no
Consequences.
exactly. The results. Okay, unless we intervene immediately, the extinction of the snow leopard is inevitable. Απόφευκτη. The Red Cross works to. Το έχουμε δει εκατομμύρια φορές. No. Να απαλύνει, να ελαφρύνει, to improve a bad situation. Alleviate suffering, alleviate poverty. Measures have been taken to alleviate poverty, to ease. Okay. if you like, you could write ease as a synonym of alleviate. We know ease, to ease the pain. Okay. You can donate via the website to help
Content.
combat,
Content.
fight hunger in third world countries. There is ψηλοδύσκολο να το έχετε.
Widespread.
Widespread concern. Exactly right. Thank you. Διαδεδομένη. The high levels of air pollution is the high levels of air pollution is και όχι are. Should be are. Never mind, okay. Plainly, simply, just. Thankfully, the vandalism of the park statue seems to be an isolated incident. Μεμονωμένο γεγονός, μεμονωμένο περιστατικό. We've talked about the word περιστατικό, right? The vote on the anti or anti-bullying policy was, το έχουμε πει, το έχουμε αυτό, unanimous, ομόφωνο. Everybody voted for. And it will be put into effect, όλο αυτό μαζί θα τεθεί σε εφαρμογή. A very nice expression. Put something into effect. Okay. The campaign focuses on supporting animals on the verge. Δώστε μου στον παρακαλώ, on the brink. Verge or brink of. Στο χείλος. Okay, excellent. Alright, οπότε, at long last, this is removed from our plate. Can we please go have a look at 139141?
I think 139 is said.
It is? Praise the
This
Lord.
one too. And this one isn't.
Praise the Lord. Okay. So all this is Grammar Bank. So,
We have checked 140 and 1011 of 141.
so this is all we're left with? Excellent. Okay, great. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you think we're going to raise a lot of money for that? I believe we are. Okay. Would you like me to bring a spade for you when we go to tree planting? No thanks. I've already got one. So, test the spade, one. How about helping me make leaflets and posters for the fundraiser?
That sounds great.
I think that we should also πειράξουμε this. Doing it on my own is not fun. And it sounds great. Most likely, yes. That sounds great. Και εδώ όμως, και αυτό θα πρέπει να το πειράξουμε. Doing it on my own is not fun. Δεν θα είναι εδώ να ξαναλέει help me make leaflets and make posters for the fundraiser και μετά ξανά. Όχι, έχει κι άλλα. Σβήνουμε και αυτό. How about helping me make leaflets and διώχνουμε και αυτό το make leaflets and posters for the fundraiser. Doing it on my own is not fun. Το διώχνουμε και αυτό. Και the answer is, that sounds great. Yeah. Okay. And
Bob was happy with himself having completed the contract.
to have for completing or having completed. Αυτό θα πήγαινε στην αρχή. Having completed the fun run, Bob was happy with himself. Έχοντας ολοκληρώσει αυτό, he was happy with himself. So, he was happy with himself for completing, or that he had completed the fun run.
I put for managing to complete.
For managing to complete. Excellent. Very good. Of course. The organization is recruiting volunteers to persuade people to house refugees. This here, it looks strange, but it's a verb. It means να φιλοξενήσουν,
Yeah.
to host or to accommodate or to put up refugees. Okay. Volunteers
Will get recruited.
Are
Are
you
going to get
including-
recruited.
but most likely, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, that are being
To
recruited.
get people to come.
Yeah, to get people to house refugees. Okay. Steve and I both lost out to participate in the demo. I didn't.
Participate in another
Excellent. I didn't participate in the demo, and neither or nor did Stephen. Πάρα πολύ ωραία. The police have to verify the details of everyone taking part today. Everyone taking part today
have the details verified.
must have their details verified. Excellent. Positive. Wow. Fantastic. Okay.
We want to move today.
Yes, if you want, yes. All right. Only I have to remember to interrupt recording, otherwise I am in danger of violating copyright law. So, students, pages 96, 97. That was a reading. The question is, did you do it?
Yeah.
Excellent. And that was it?
It was a bit difficult. Manageable, but difficult.
Excellent. Right. So, let us,
On what page?
96 and 7.
Mister, I think it's time to go.
Okay, my friend. Enjoy yourself. Have a great week. See you on Friday. Okay. Bye-bye. Say hi to everyone. Here's the next one. Bye. Take care. So, diets high in refined sugars negatively affect brain function. True. Bacteria in our intestinal microbiome influence our mental outlook. True. Destructive free radicals are found in food we eat. False. Yeah. Idea, but yeah. Intestinal entericoes, γιατί έχει να κάνει με τα ένδερα. Do we know that intestines are ένδερα? Okay. Το λεπτό ένδερα για την ακρίβεια, γιατί το βαθύ ένδερα είναι bowel. B-O-W-E-L. Okay. Yes? Yeah. Okay. All right. So let us do the multiple choice, and then would you like to watch a bit of movie? Give the other person. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So coronavirus in human brain
See.
is directly to the axonal person what receives. Say so right here. Repeat. Directly affects instruction function in the brain, not only your mood. Very good. The text states that free radicals.
Indeed.
Excellent. Damage cells or damaging inflammatory cells. Okay. Research about the impact of our diet focuses on oh, excellent. Brain function. If we haven't underlined them, we should. Okay, that's why I'm going back and forth. Okay. Burgeoning, in paragraph 3, can best be replaced by πάρα πολύ δύσκολο αυτό. Πάρα πολύ δύσκολο. Developing. Developing to a great extent. Okay, so to burgeon means like to increase very, very much. The intestinal microbiome consists of beneficial bacteria that are vital for the body. So here, is the difference of good bacteria that make up our intestinal bacteria play an essential role in your health. Okay, and in the text it is stated that traditional diets. Excellent. Propensity means natural tendency or inclination. Okay, if you don't know it, make a note, please. Propensity, natural tendency or inclination. According to the text, the idea that probiotics can boost mental processes is Increasingly accepted, thank you. The notion that good bacteria in the gut not only influence digestion, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And text suggests that an improved diet, excellent. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So, so I believe that we have reached part of our goal. So now we are in the process of checking those. Um, so that's we've done so far this. So we have that plus the next two pages. So I might ask you to do a very, very little bit from the workbook, but nothing else. So movie time. I hope you remember what has happened so far. That the bad guy, okay, the strange guy, has actually presented what's your name with a doctor for her son. She has paid for the doctor, for a private doctor, to do all things necessary for Spence to start feeling better. Okay, those doesn't really have it's starting to so, are we watching a movie? Yep. Okay. Ah, good. That's right. Done recording.